One, guys. Game one. Thanhtuk versus Vudai. Now, if we recall, if you are inclined to remember, these players matched up in a previous iteration of this tournament, and it was quite the matchup indeed. And it's funny, they met up in round one of the previous tournament. The seedings just happened to go so that they matched up again. It's quite exciting. Now, a big difference between these players, however, is that Thanhtuk, due to his seeding from the previous tournament, actually wasn't required to play a. He was not required to play a qualifier match, right? If he doesn't have to play a qualifier match, it means that he's just in a he's at a disadvantage, potentially, without practicing against potentially weaker players, as Vudai may have done. Although, I will be honest, I don't believe Vudai's path to this point was at all easy. So him showing up here at this stage means that he's very well, much so prepared, and off the bat, we are going to be noticing that Thanhtuk is going for that storage pit. Now, these four shorefish here are really going to propel his economy into that tool age. It's going to give him quite an advantage over his opponent now. A little far from the wood here, so he can't really make use of this as a wood pit, rather. He will be just using it for food income. But the speed of the shorefish gathering will far outweigh the potential delay to Vills early on. He might be a Vill behind, but no, he's right on track. Looks like he was a little ahead even over his opponent Vudai, who was forced to go for the berry start. Not really finding his shorefish spot, which was here. 3 shorefish on a woodline definitely would have been the position for Vudai. And just off of that, I hope you can see really exactly what I was referring to. Theoretically, Vudai had the better map here, but Thanhtuk going for 4 shorefish without wood is going to end up being faster, I believe. Depends on how they play it out from now on. If Vudai potentially gets an elephant, but we see Thanhtuk going for a double lure here. He should be able to pull it off. I've seen him practicing this. I expect him to. Maybe missing this by a bit, actually. So maybe not. The distance between these getting pretty high. Double Ellie lures are an odd technique. Yeah, unable to get it. Maybe lagging a bit. Ooh, getting 2 hits on this elephant. Two hits onto this Vill, rather. Potentially killing. Oh, he's got to watch it. He really has to watch it. Going for another storage pit along the coast here. Now bringing the Ellie into his town center. That will be looking nice for him. Meanwhile, on Vudai's map. Getting 4 gazelles pushed very clean. This is beautiful stuff. This is great stuff from Vudai. This is exactly how you want your town center to look at this stage of the game. 4 minutes in. These players both prioritizing speed here. Neither one over chopping wood. Just a few on wood for each. Is exactly what we're looking for from these players. Speed is all about this matchup. Conti matchups are just about speed. They really are. Which is what makes Conti so interesting, right? You can still be fast going for berries. You're just at a disadvantage. And Vudai now probably should be spotting out that he really did have a great start. Shorefish wood being the most efficient and fastest way to start, as you get a collection building on 2 different resources that don't really interfere with each other. And it really brings together your map when that happens. Ooh, big lag spike, big lag spike. Yikes, 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 yikes. And now Vudai finding his storage pit location. We'll be getting a really solid wood line here. Meanwhile, his opponent does already have this storage pit up. It was much faster to this pit. He's going to have that faster wood income much earlier. So I think we're going to be seeing some aggressive barracks here from Thanhtuk. Thanhtuk now building his granary, probably looking to click up pretty soon, given how fast this map was with that crocodile, with the 2 elephants, with the shorefish, with the extra shorefish. Yeah, I think he's going to be clicking up pretty soon after this, and if you look at the economies, both players with the 20 Vills, both players playing very efficiently here. No more Vills coming out for Thanhtuk, so we can be assuming, and here's the forward, and did I spot this? Oh, Thanhtuk's going to lose his forward. Potentially lose it to a double Vill. Double line. Oh, Vudai. Vudai had a great chance here. He could go for the Vil kill. Wait, no, but now both players can go for the Vil kill. Shooting him once. It's how Thanhtuk comes out on top, and he's now going to lose his Vil. I love this. That was a fantastic play. Both players losing. Wait, what just happened? What just happened, guys? What just happened? We can show a little replay of that tomfoolery and just really take a gander at what just really occurred there. I'm not exactly sure. I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. It was pretty wild. And now, so that will force Vudai to play defensively here, guys. He's going for the defensive build. I'm not sure. No, Thanhtuk rather. Vudai, however, coming out on the map and looking for an offensive build with his barrack placement. And this is really going to dictate the flow of this. Is Thanhtuk going to go for defensive axers, just predicting a rush? This is always a risk to take this move. Going for this, rather, can really put you at a disadvantage. Axers, as I'm sure you know, are the fastest unit that you can get out, as you can get the clubbers into your enemy's base very early. But it doesn't look like Thanhtuk's really going to be going for that. Meanwhile, Vudai, with the good positioning of his barracks for offensive maneuvers, actually isn't up yet. And now Thanhtuk's going to wall in his stone mine. And this is going to be huge. This is going to offer to Thanhtuk, if he walls off here too. Yeah, he's going to get that wall off as well. Getting full walled in a huge location. And this is exactly the kind of stuff I was talking about when I referred to, as your players get better and better and more evenly matched, they're going to be making safer in bigger and bigger areas rather than being slow, right? Like Thanhtuk was faster and he made safe in this huge area. And even though Vudai has these upgraded axe out a little bit earlier, he's not actually going to be able to get any damage into the economy of Thanhtuk for a while. So we're going to see this game going kind of into that second period, right? That second moment of transition as both players get walled, and now it really comes down to control of the food source. It's going to be this matchup, rather than getting axers in your opponent's economy, is going to be about efficient trading with armies. Because if you lose too much army, then you just cede way too much control, right? Your opponent can just start whacking away at your buildings and stuff. But at the same time, it's going to be about controlling food sources, which for Conti rapidly turns into these fishing boats. So we're going to see a bit of a sea war on top of our land war, and that's going to make this game really interesting. It really favors the player that can micro better in these fights, and it looks like currently Vudai is getting the better of Thanhtuk's axers in these exchanges, right? This is definitely looking a little healthier for Vudai, as he is full walled with a pretty small area, a little tight here. Maybe prioritizing this axe war a bit heavily. And it's just looking good. This is looking good from both players. Man. Yeah, Thanhtuk really getting pushed out of the map here. It's probably... Ooh, and he built two axes behind his walls. Going for stone now. I see two docks up for him. I think we're going to be looking... Both players, hopefully, for each other, right? They're both hoping that they can eventually transition into slingers. Slingers, the far superior unit, once massed, right? But it takes time to do that, and so we're seeing that now. Just the issue with going slinger. So you see only two slingers defending Thanhtuk's base, so he's gonna have to put some work into these defenses, idling villagers to build these walls. It really adds up and really hurts your economy. Potentially getting an earlier ship out for Vudai, however, we'll notice he is idling quite a few vills in here. Currently 8 vills idle, still idle. They've been idle for a while now. But now we see Vudai with that first ship out, and his axers have been pulled home to deal with these threatening axers on his house line. But what's this? This is giving time for Thanhtuk's slinger count. Still no dock up just yet, and the first ships do come out. Who's going to get the first hit here? Looks like it will be Vudai. And that first hit is ever so critical. Thanhtuk, very aware of this, however, will now be retreating, probably to get some repairs. That first hit, basically, the ships are going to be perfectly evenly matched, right? And assuming no micro, whoever gets that first hit off will just win the duel, right? But now with 2 ships out for Thanhtuk, he could be looking to take a very early lead on the sea, which is probably exactly what he needs at this point. A lot of Vudai's economy is very exposed to the sea. Getting the first hit off again. Maybe baiting the ship in a bit, and with a 3rd ship on the way, Thanhtuk looking very strong. He's unable to... Okay, so Vudai's unable to push on the land, and if Thanhtuk's able to push him in on the sea, going for the repairs, he does have the coastal villagers to help, but Vudai could be in danger of losing his villas. Wait, he's falling for it. He's falling for it. Whew. That's incredible stuff from Vudai. Thanhtuk getting a little caught off guard by the repairs, not expecting these repairs on the coast. Really helps these villagers repair this ship very quickly, as you can see. Really helps them out. And the damage from Vudai, however, just isn't getting in. He's not able to do anything. Thanhtuk's economy is free-ranging, as I like to say. But he did fall for the scout ship micro. Vudai now with a 4-2 lead, looking for a counterattack. He knows he's got nothing to defend over there. He's just going to go straight out. He doesn't have any fishing boats that he has to worry about. Although he does have some houses that he needs to defend. Will he turn back for this? I think he's going to go on the offensive. And with 4 ships to 1 defensively for Thanhtuk, this looks pretty rough. He will notice immediately. And here we go, though. This army really starting to get menacing from Thanhtuk. Once you get these slingers built up, it's really going to start pressuring Vudai to make a decision. Like, Vudai's going to have to change his army composition. These axers are no longer going to be sustainable in these fights, bringing his slingers home to defend from the shore against these ships, against the sea. It can be efficient. We saw them used very effectively in the Rivers tournament, as slingers very, very effective at shutting down those ships when they're in confined tight spaces and can't micro away. But now the ships have free range over the economy of Thanhtuk. However, it's 4-4 in the middle of the map. Both players trading out their first ship. It looks like Vudai is getting a slightly better exchange here, although he's going to have to deal with this micro. The surround from Thanhtuk is strong here. Now, Vudai microing back quite a bit. Will be pressuring the front side.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Vudai, however, did he get in? He got in. He overchopped. Vudai, however, no slouch, will just immediately resign that. Wow, what a game. What a game, guys. Good stuff. Good stuff from these players. Looking forward to seeing how this continues. Vudai being bested here.